Hey everybody, welcome to the final round of the 2020 Las Vegas Challenge. This is the FPO coverage, and today we will find a winner. We get to watch Eveliina Salonen, Henna Blomroos, Catrina Allen, and Paige Shue. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
And we are two hot geese.
Two hot geese, hashtag.
We're back at the Innova course. We saw this 2 rounds ago, and we're going to start off on hole 1. There's out of bounds on the right-hand side with the sidewalk. The basket's up on a hill. There's out of bounds way on the left that's water, but it does not really come into play. It's pretty much a wide open 393-foot shot, pretty much flat from the elevated tee pad and the elevated basket.
You'll notice it's like yesterday never happened. It's just perfect and sunny, just a bit breezy today, but really ideal scoring conditions. That was a great rip from Eveliina.
Yeah, super linear, right down to circle's edge it looks like.
So she took the lead from Kat last round, if you didn't watch that, on the last hole, I think. So pretty dramatic, really tight-knit going into this last round. Should be a good watch.
Paige hugs up against that tree, but it'll be easy up and down from there. She might even have a jumper. Henna puts it a little lower than she probably wants, but it's no big deal on this hole.
That was a star destroyer. It'll be fun seeing Henna throw Innova Discs this go around.
Yeah, I'm glad we get to watch her on a lead card. We missed the try. Henna pitches up, easy par. Paige contending with these branches.
She landed in the same spot in round 2 and had to contend with this tree as well.
So just in case you guys didn't know, this is the final round where there was a cut between rounds 3 and 4. There's only 8 women competing today instead of the 15 or 16 we had.
It's almost 20.
Okay, but instead of the 20 women we had.
It was a 40% cut.
Yep. So we will only be having stats today from 8 people instead of the entire FPO field.
Get it.
And with just these 8 women, 100% of the field parred. No birdies, no bogeys. A little bit more wind today than we dealt with the first time we played the Innova course.
I mean, in any scenario, it takes a really special shot to be able to get even close to the circle on this hole.
Totally. Catrina was the only one on the last card that I believe had a putt. Thanks to Innova Disc Golf for funding the disc golf guy to be out here with the women early in the morning every day. Moving on to hole 2.
It's really the only kind of woods shot on the course. It's much shorter than a lot of the holes out here. It's 270 feet. You're really just kind of trying to throw straight, land soft, and scooch up. There is an OB road to the right. I mean, you might see a crazy spike hyzer play from some of the men, but all the ladies are just going to go right up the middle. So that OB shouldn't come into play.
Unless you hit that little tree just to the left of the horse and kick out of bounds wildly.
Oh, that's a really specific example.
It might be from experience.
That was a good shot from Eveliina. I think she'll have a putt at it. A soft little like hyzer flip that pushes straight just exactly like Kat just did is really what you want. That was an M2 from her.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Can't do it any better. Lucid X Maverick, it looks like from Paige. Soft little hyzer. Ooh, I was going to say perfect, but that tree is going to be a little tough. It's pretty dense.
Yeah, it's surprisingly blocky.
It sucks because it's only about 20 feet from the pin, so she's really close. Hopefully she has a look.
And a little higher than most people choose to go on this hole, but it looks like it's working really well.
It's an S-line P2, so it's just a putter that really floats nice and straight.
Haven't seen anyone take that high gap.
I think you couldn't unless it was a putter with a bunch of power behind it.
Eveliina with a knee putt. Ooh, floats it up nice, just a little low on the cage.
Yeah, she's very impeded here.
It doesn't look like she's going to be able to fall forward either, so it makes this very hard.
Yeah, you could tell she wanted to fall forward, but she did a good job, gave it a chance. That's frustrating to get all the way up there and not really have anything.
Focus face for Henna.
Easy.
No problem. Yeah, I'm super excited to watch her play. I've only played one round with her in a tournament, so it'll be fun to watch her.
She's amazing. She's only 20, her and Eveliina both, so I think we're going to be seeing just more and more of them.
Easy par for Paige. There was only 2 birdies on the day out of the 8 women that made the cut. Henna already claimed 1. I think we might know who's claiming the second one. One of the easier holes on the course, and we move on to one of the more intimidating holes on the course.
Thanks to Ladies First Disc Golf for your support in this coverage. Hole 3, par 3. It's 270 feet. You can hang a forehand out over the water, or you can just throw something out wide and let it hyzer in. The water is OB. The path behind it's OB. It comes up fast. Any OB goes to the drop zone across the water. Pretty much an automatic 4.
The tee pad's elevated. It's kind of a downhill shot, so it's really, really easy to let your disc get out of control and go deep on that path like Erika was talking about. It's such a touchy shot.
Yeah, most ladies are going to disc down a little bit just so they don't go too far. That's actually an A2. Disc down a lot.
Disc down a lot.
Perfect shot.
Gives it a lot of height. Really trust that it's going to be stable enough.
This is an AVR X3. Nice stable putter.
Wow.
Great shot.
Eveliina looks like she puts a lot on it. It's going to be pushing that back sidewalk, but inside the circle. All right. It looked like it was almost flipping up and going straight for a second. So.
And Lucid Verdict, a little bit beefier of a disc, but throws it really well. You honestly could even go up to like a fairway driver.
Yep.
And it's not a bad play. Really cool to see them all get inside the circle.
Heck yeah.
This is the easiest hole on the course today.
Averaged at almost a full stroke below par.
Nice putt from Cat.
88% of the field with a birdie 2 on it, only 1 person taking a par. So ladies knew how to play that hole.
Yeah. It'd be really cool to see a star birdie frame.
From both cards?
Yeah, it really would. We haven't really seen any of those, it seems like, this weekend.
Yeah, that does not happen very often in any of these Las Vegas courses. Oops, spoiler alert. I accidentally told you that everyone birdied. My bad.
They were short putts. Do you know what Henna puts with?
I do not know. Looks like a DX AVR, but I'm not sure if it's beaded or not.
Thank you.
Classic AVR. Okay. Super exciting news about the Japan Open coming back in 2021. Love to hear that. Heard it's one of the best events you can go to. Catrina floating a hyzer way high, way out there, tombstoning into the fresh mud from yesterday. Looking at the list, we found out Henna putts with the classic AVR.
So that was the spike hyzer play. I think most women are going to go more, it looks like this route, yeah, where you force over a disc and let it kind of flex back and hopefully skip up. Wow, perfectly just like that.
357 feet, no problem.
Destroyer, I'm sure.
Wow, she really rips over.
Yeah, really forces it.
Her fingers make a really loud, audible snapping sound.
Yeah, super snappy. Gets just inside.
Paige turns it over a little more than she wants, but she'll have a long look at it. Catrina probably just lays up.
Smart play. The scores are so tight, you don't want to mess around with a roll away.
I bet we still see Paige run.
Yeah, it seems like she's gotten more aggressive with her putting strategy.
So last year she played really, really safe all year long. And while that works, and it worked for her the year prior, obviously she won Worlds, it wasn't seeming to work for her in competition this year. And she expressed frustration about it all the time. So we had a talk, and I was like, you should just be a little more aggressive. Like, you can afford to, you're good enough. And so it's cool to see her going for it.
So if she wins this tournament, it's thanks to your advice, Madison, right?
Yeah, all
that's what you're saying.
No. Settle. No.
Yeah, and that's why Kat laid it up. It happened so easily out here.
At least it checked up a little.
It's just inside the circle, looks like.
Terry hustling.
Ever diligent.
Soggy and speedy, depending on the day.
She's so stoic, doesn't look fazed by that roll away at all. Very focused.
Oh my gosh. That's brutal. Eveliina for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sit.
That checked up just fine. Paige to save par.
For being such a wide open hole, this basket sure is a little scary.
No problem.
Most of the field taking a par on this hole on the day. Only one bogey. You're watching her unfortunate roll away action.
Right. Still only 3 strokes off the lead. Plenty of time.
Yeah, the back of this course really stretches out.
Yeah, sure does.
So much trouble you can get into. Thanks to Ace Run Pro again for your support of the Disc Golf Guy and in turn women's coverage. Hole 5 is a par 4. You can play something hyzer over the sidewalk to the right of this tree, hopefully finishing out in the middle. Your second shot should ideally take that bunker out of play. The green could be in play and you want to lay it up really softly on this hill. If you go too fast or land with too much angle, you can easily roll out of bounds just behind the basket to the out of bounds driveway. Catrina turns something over a little hard, plays with branches, but
nice and stable, comes out perfect.
Comes out dead center.
Yeah, she's way up there. She'll be able to attack for birdie.
The camera angle made it look like it was going over the fence.
Yeah, if you don't get out far enough past that one tree that they're all trying to throw past, it makes the birdie a pretty dangerous option. The second shot over the green, yeah. With the OB behind it even.
Yeah, anyone that hits that tree kind of is forced to bail out left, and it's not a fun place to be.
That was a great shot with, I'm sure, a destroyer from Eveliina.
Definitely a destroyer.
I'm sure this is a Ballista Pro from Paige.
Oh no!
It's that whitish one that it looks so flippy.
Yeah.
Luckily, she catches a good break and stays in bounds, but I think she'll have to play this for par. Star Destroyer as well from Henna. Look at her form. So clean.
So much action.
So far.
Even after going that far, it still has so much spin on it. Paige is like, never been here before.
Yeah, kind of a strange place to be.
This shot's definitely in her wheelhouse, though. She plays the Annie line so well. Kind of surprised she wouldn't go with something a little more overstable or slower.
Yeah, it looks like she's attacking with the same disc.
It's so scary to throw something fast at this green because the basket's on the hill, and if it just catches an edge at all, you're either rolling backwards out of bounds onto the green or forwards out of bounds into the driveway. But Works out.
Yeah, same error, turning it over too much, but at least it's safe and is now an easy
Up and down for par, yeah. I believe everybody else on the card is going to be attacking for the birdie.
Yeah, they're way up there. That looks like that same A2 maybe, that putter that Cat likes to throw. Wow, great shot.
I think it's down by the wall. It's wide open down there, and you don't have any sort of death putt, which is nice. Eveliina going with, looks like something a lot more floaty.
AVR 3.
Gives herself inside the circle look.
Putter, she's so far up there she can just throw P2.
Stand still, nice and easy.
What a luxury.
Kind of like these approaches because you can just throw it at the ground and let it slide up.
Or in the air the whole way.
Oh, catches a tree, thank the Lord.
in a pine cone. Yeah, left a little bit of work uphill, but at least she's not really putting towards that out of bounds, so. Paige, yeah, lays up. Smart.
Super smart.
If she goes past it and rolls all the way down that hill, it's a super blocked putt.
Her look on her face was like, man, I wish I kind of wanted to run that. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Nice bird.
Easy.
A birdie on this hole feels awesome. It's two really well executed shots in a row.
Nice. Eveliina as well. And Cat's close enough that I think that should be no problem.
Down the hill a little.
No, she's a little farther than I thought.
Yeah, it must have skidded down.
Yeah, skidded down to the hill. She might have even taken a meter in from that wall.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Love that angle. Sweet camera work.
3 birdies on this hole is amazing.
Yep. 4 people on the day took birdies. Half the women's field on this challenging hole. It's pretty awesome. Moving on to the treacherous hole 6. It's an island hole. It's a putter shot, 222 feet downhill. You really just have to let the disc do the work. There's a palm tree on the right-hand side of the tee pad.
I forgot.
There are people that you want to make sure not to hit.
That's the OB line. I think it's actually harder to throw in the water than it is to bail out too far left or early, which is still OB. You really have to commit to either a very, very straight shot or just hang it over the water and trust it'll come back. That was a great shot by Cat.
See them both throwing standstill shots. Eveliina,
it's an AVR 3.
It's a little bit more left.
Yeah. So she'll have a scary putt and a big decision to make.
Yeah, that was super timid shot, which I don't blame her on this hole.
Yeah.
Let's see Henna doing a similar line.
P2 again. She's really good with that disc.
That'll be another death putt, especially with this wind. Very scary. It drops off so steeply behind this basket. If you catch an edge even a slight bit, you will roll easily into the water.
So that's a medium harp from Paige. A little more stable than the others, but works out fine. Just that same scary putt. Cat's the only one with a really comfortable look for birdie here.
Yep. Eveliina makes a smart move. She's in contention. You don't want to do anything crazy. There's no reason to try to gain a stroke here.
Yeah, being tied for the lead, it's even harder to make that decision to let Cat just probably take a stroke. There's Paige with that aggression. And
love that.
Works out. Flag saves her.
Yeah, super confident, right on line. Looks like Henna's running at it. Oh, very typical miss for this type of putt.
Yeah, everyone puts just a little softer, I think, than they normally would, with a little less spin, and so you end up seeing a lot of those cage hits. I mean, not Paige, she really went for it. Got that flag.
Yeah. Thank God for the pole. See you
Big
made it.
pressure putt to
Yeah.
take the lead. Great job.
Yep. Average under par on the day for the women's field. 1 bogey, 3 birdies. Pretty awesome. Love the mating pair of ducks in the background. This pond's always full of lots of local wildlife.
Looks like there was a CTP today. I wonder who got it.
Eveliina asking Paige, why the heck would you want a Zach stamp on the bottom of your putter?
Hole 7's really tricky. It's a par 4, a short one at 432 feet, but there's OB everywhere. Water on the right, path on the left, green in the middle, bunkers right and left, path long.
Down a steep hill.
So there is a drop zone, but you only use the drop zone if your disc never crosses in bounds, which is really hard to do, or goes in the water, or is lost, I think. So, a lot of the error is to throw like too straight and bail out in the sidewalk left, and then you would just take it where it went out to the left. Cat's way up there. Looks fine.
Yeah, the shot where you just put it in the middle right before you get to the green is so scary because you really have to trust your disc out over the water the whole way.
You saw how wide Cat hung it. That was a perfect shot.
Eveliina doing the same thing. Hopefully it'll sit soft, and it does.
Yeah, right next to Cat.
Is that a
Destroyer.
destroyer? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know she's got a green shrike too, but that looked a lot too beefy to be a shrike.
This is a Champion Thunderbird. It's a little more hyzer than you want. It's at danger of skipping out.
Oh no.
Yeah. He almost got out of the way, but it wouldn't have made a difference.
He almost got out of the way.
Fusion Enforcer, so Paige is stabling up from her normal Ballista Pro play to hang it way out wide.
So much trust on that disc.
Yeah.
She didn't even put it that high. She just let it carry.
Right, this is the right one. Yeah, before cart path in front of tee and left. Water, rope, cart path behind. Okay, that's good.
So it looks like they're trying to
Drop
figure
zone.
out the
If initial throw
drop zone
never
rule.
crosses in bounds. OB in water or lost.
So it did cross some bounds, right? Because you hyzered out.
So it's only if you never cross in bounds, you're OB in the water, or we lose your disc. Take 1 stroke penalty and next shot from drop zone. Follow normal. Yeah.
They gave us like a piece of paper.
We can throw a provision. You can do both.
So,
Provisional.
Do both and wait. Really?
so they're going to do a provisional because they're not sure of the OB rules here. Henna's throwing from the drop zone, which is not the correct way to play it, but just in case they're going to do both so they can talk to the tournament director afterwards. Looks like her drop zone shot goes into the out of bounds hazard bunker, and they'll. I would have thought they would have played her next shot.
Well, that one was further back. The drop
Oh,
zone's
yes.
pretty far away.
It is far
And so
away.
they'll take her next shot up on the sidewalk.
Did she throw a putter from the drop zone?
That's a really
Just
good
curious.
question.
Paige gets it right up under the basket.
Yeah,
no
for
problem.
birdie, which is awesome. D-line P2 from the drop zone, it
Wow.
looks like.
Yeah, it looked like it flipped up and went straight. Eveliina with a standstill.
AVR 3 again, relying on that disc a lot, it looks like, for up shots.
Catrina doing the same type of shot with a putter. And Henna, I guess, went out of bounds in front of where Catrina's drive landed. And I believe she will take her other shot with normal OB rules, which is the correct way to play.
Wow, so they're all up there for a pretty easy 3.
Heck
I mean,
yeah.
if you get the tee shot correct, it's really not too bad of an upshot. I mean, it's narrow, but it's pretty short.
Yeah.
So this is that first provisional play from the drop zone. So theoretically, this would be a 6.
Yep. She's playing it all the way out like you're supposed to do, and she'll record both scores on the scorecard and decide the proper score at the end.
Yeah. Kind of makes for an interesting situation, you know, if you're in contention for the lead and you're not really sure. I mean, that's literally 3 strokes right there, which
Yep.
is huge right now. I mean, everyone is within 3 strokes at the moment, or maybe 4 tops. So it's kind of an interesting situation.
Yep, the difference between a 4 and 6. Looks like 50% of the field got a birdie on that for the ladies. Catrina, Eveliina, Paige, we watched them, and also Haley King. Props to Haley.
Or a 2-stroke swing, par and double bogey. So she ended up taking the par.
Thanks to the disc golf guy for the awesome footage. He's really stepped up his game. It looks great. Moving on to hole 8. This is such a tough women's hole. It's super sharp downhill, but you have to carry straight for a little while first, so you can't throw nose down. You want to do something anhyzery, but if it hyzers out, you can go out of bounds over the sidewalk on the left, and if you go deep, which we will not see, most likely, there's a sidewalk deep. If you flip your disc, there's some weeping willows and trees over to the right-hand side that are not fun to be nestled in. Let's watch what happens. Oh no, Catrina goes in super early and right.
She fights through a little, but that's going to be a really tricky upshot.
I freaking love this mountain view off the tee. It's so awesome to watch your disc fly. Yeah. Eveliina throws, I think the destroyer
FD.
again. No, really?
Yeah, C-line FD.
That was fighting like it was a little bit stable.
Yeah. So she's in a similar spot as Kat.
FDs are flippy.
They are. Beat Pro?
Is it?
Yeah.
Beat Pro. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That is such a good shot.
Amazing.
She's so good at those Annie force-overs. That's further down than I saw any woman throw this week.
God, that one almost looks like a mid.
Henna shedding some layers, hoping to shed that last hole.
This is also an FD. Interesting.
They play together. I think it's the same color and
That's
everything.
cute.
Oh, that's so awesome. They're friends who throw the same shot. Catrina with a forehand M2, I think.
Ooh, brutal.
I couldn't tell if that was a mid-range or a fairway.
It looked like a mid for sure, the rim. So, I mean, she'll have to work pretty hard just to save a bogey. Henna, a much more open look. Floats a putter up.
No prob. Was it P2 again?
I think so. Yeah, P2.
Really working those Discmania molds.
It's always cool to see what players choose in their first year of switching sponsors and to see just how their bag changes as well.
Trina's opting for the hyzer line over the trees instead of the forehand. Gives herself inside the circle.
I mean, if you're not feeling confident with something, you know, she just threw a forehand and hit a tree. I don't blame her. I mean, that's a tricky shot she just did, but the result is fine.
So this is a par 3, like we talked about 2 rounds ago in the coverage. It's a tweener hole, not a par 3 for the ladies, not really a par 4 either. Paige is going to...
Get it, Paige!
No, I wanted that. It averaged at a 3.5 with the 8 ladies that made the cut, so that shows you just how perfectly of a tweener hole this really is with some of the most talented ladies at this event. Oh no.
Bummer.
It's not like her.
Well, I mean, she's doing that aggressive play. If you don't hit metal, I mean, that blew her back to about 25 feet, it looked like.
Yeah, I just expect her to make the comeback.
Yeah, she usually does.
Yep. Catrina trying to save a bogue here. Shoot, this hole's really wrecking, folks.
So that'll put Kat and Eveliina back at a tie, it looks like, and then also tie up Paige and Henna. So a little bit of separation.
Oh my goodness.
No. So now Henna will be in third and Paige in fourth.
God, that is going to be a tough mental battle to work through.
Yeah, birdie to double is just
That's
the
brutal.
worst.
That's brutal.
Yeah, to get so much farther up there than everybody else and to take the worst score.
I just want to give her a hug.
Yeah.
That's so brutal. Moving on to the final hole of the front 9. This is a par 4 with a really, really tight gap that you have to shoot. You want to hyzer something out into the open here. Throw a mid-range or a fairway up to this basket that's right on the edge of a hazard bunker and hopefully take a birdie.
At 601, yeah, it's super reachable for any FPO player.
So here at the end of the front 9, we want to know, who do you guys think is going to take it? It is a tight battle. Obviously, you've seen lead change can happen at any moment on any hole. So comment, who do you think is going to win? Unless you already know who's going to win, don't put any spoilers. For all the people that haven't watched the scores, we want to know who your pick is.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was a bogey for Kat, and Eveliina's now taking the lead again.
Oh, yeah. By a stick.
Should probably pay more attention.
Also, like and subscribe to the Disc Golf Guy. We want to get him as much viewership as we can because we love having you guys hanging out watching, creating more FPO fans. Also, you will be entered into a giveaway if that's a little more exciting. Yeah, that's what you're into.
Signed by all the ladies playing in the lead card, all of which threw great drives.
Yeah, those are
just how you're supposed to do it, super far.
So impressive.
Hopefully Paige can follow suit. A little early.
Oh, gets through it. No problem.
Yeah, it took a lot of speed off for being a dead little twig. Maybe it's living.
Twig tree.
Little twig trees. Twig guy.
She's going full steam ahead.
Not sure what this is. It looks like a mid.
She did not include this in her disc list.
Could be like an EMAC or something.
Would she throw a verdict this far? Didn't she throw a pink verdict earlier?
Yeah, she did. Which is pretty stable. That's probably what it is. Come on, stable out.
What a great shot.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
Very straight.
I mean, it was fighting.
Eveliina lining up the forehand. Is that the FD again? Looks like she put a lot of hyzer on it.
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird, okay. Looking for a slow finish.
Onto her disc.
We almost got to witness Minnie making. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Henna with a P2. She really relies on that disc for upshots. Seems like she likes the feel. It's such a great glidey putter. Puts it a little left. She'll have a death putt. It's a little scary.
Do you know, is that A2?
No, I think that's her P3.
P3, okay.
She's had that disc for a while,
For
I
a
think.
while,
Yeah.
yeah.
Old trusty. Henna for 3. No!
Yeah, it's a bit of a death putt. That bunker's less than 10 feet.
Eveliina also for 3. Gets a lot of chains. That was a direct headwind putt. Threw it really soft.
Good effort. Be cool to see Paige convert after the less than optimal tee shot.
She wants it. I love seeing her still looking confident after that 4 putt. I mean, she still had that look.
The fire.
The fire. Catrina, the only opportunity left to get a 3.
And to tie the lead again that she just lost.
Ooh, scary putt. I don't know if something got her in the background, but looks like Eveliina is going to hold on to the lead as we head into the back 9. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching the front 9. We're excited for you guys to hang out with us again on the back 9. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
And thank you to the Disc Golf Guy again and to Innova Champion Discs for funding this FPO coverage at the 2020 Las Vegas Challenge. See you guys on the back.